Hello everybody and welcome to Scalable Scripts. In this video you will learn how to Dockerize a React and Laravel application. The backend for this video is done on Laravel and you can find the video on our channel. And the frontend is done on React, for which you can find a list of tutorials in our channel. Also, you can check the first part of Docker setup in our channel, and now let's continue with running the migrations in our Docker container. Let's start with it. Let's create our Docker file now. We know that this app is running on PHP, so I will write from PHP 7.3, so this will be a container that by default will have the PHP 7.3 installed. Now, as next step that we have to follow is to install some PHP libraries and Composer, so we can run successfully our Laravel app. And now we have to specify the working directory. Type workdir and I will name it app/backend. As next step, we need to copy all our files into app/backend, and this will copy all our backend folder here, in the app/backend directory. This means these local files, and this one means the working directory, the container working directory. After we have all these files there, we need to run Composer install. So Composer will install everything that we need there. Basically, this is it. I will keep it simple, there is more complexity with Docker, but I think this is enough to run in a little way a Docker file. We need to expose the port 8000, which Laravel will use when it serves the app. And yeah, we need to serve the app, for which we will use the command php artisan serve host 0.0.0.0. So php artisan serve will run our app in port 8000, and the host will be basically localhost. But it's better to specify it here, so we won't run into any problems. Now, in our front-end Dockerfile, we will do the same thing. But instead of importing from PHP, we will import from Node. Alpine is a lighter version of Linux, so this container should be lightweight. The next thing we need to do is specify the working directory, which is app/frontend, just like we did with backend. We will copy all the files there and do a npm install. We'll expose the port 3000 and we will run a command npm start. To run the migrations, we need to get inside the backend container. To do that, we first need to list all our containers. Type docker ps. These are our running containers. The one we need is auth backend, and the name is auth backend_1. So if this screen was a little bit wider, you would have seen that as a table here. Let's copy this name here and type docker exec-it auth backend_1sh. Now we are inside the backend container. If you type ls here, you can see that this is our Laravel app. The folder is app backend, so we are inside the container and we are not in our local machine. So let's run the migrations now. Type php artisan migrate. Looks like we got an error, and I think the problem is that in our DB configuration here, we also need to add a volume which connects var lib mysql to our DB data. And then restart the containers. So MySQL needs some data to map into this directory in order to run successfully. Now everything is running. Let's go back to the container again and run php artisan migrate. The migrations ran successfully, and now run php artisan passport install. This will install Laravel Passport. And now let's see our app. Let's refresh and type our credentials. You can see that we are getting wrong email and password instead of logging in. Now we can create a new user. I will add some random data. Let me increase the size of my screen and you can see that the user is registered successfully. Now let's go to login. So we successfully logged in. Everything works slowly because the Docker in Mac doesn't synchronize very well. So we have also one other thing to do, to check the forget password functionality. Inspect the page and let's type our email here. You will see that we get an error here. Connection cannot be established. So we also forgot to map the mail catcher service with our Docker container. Let's do it now. We need to add the environment variables here for our mail catcher. So let's go to our env file and let's copy these 3 lines here and paste them here. Replace them with semicolon. This mail port needs to be mapped also here. So the mail port outside to be mapped with mail port inside. But still, this won't solve our problem. Let's restart the container, type 2 times enter for killing the apps and run it again. This won't solve our problems, and let's wait till the frontend is running because it needs more time. Now it's running. It's a little bit slower now, so let's write the email. And the response is still the same. Because the problem is this localhost here. So this localhost is for our localhost, not for the container localhost. So we need to tell the container that this refers for our localhost. So it's kind of confusing, but here we just have to change this localhost with Docker for Mac localhost. So this environment variable will connect with Mac localhost instead of its container localhost. And let's stop and run the containers again. This should basically work. Let's wait for the frontend to be built. Refresh the page and open Mail Catcher interface. Let's try again to log in. You can see that our try is now successful and we got an email. So everything works fine. This is the setup that you need to run Docker with our apps. We just need Docker Compose app and everything is working as expected. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more upcoming programming tutorials. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. See you in the next video.